Candace Owens been left the Daily Wire, started doing her own thing, had to rebuild everything from scratch, became extremely successful, even more successful, has like the #1 podcast, and now Daily Wire is doing a lot of dirty tactics, right, to try to get their name back up. And Ben Shapiro channel has been dying. This nigga's losing like 10,000 subscribers every few days, right? It's bad. So let's see what Candace has to say about it. Don't forget to hit the like button and the hype button. Also, subscribe if you haven't, if you want to hear more topics like this.
Ask me what I use on my skin all the time, especially during the winter months, and the honest answer.
I'm about to watch this just because I wanted to know. I was about to watch the ad. I'm like, what she do? Her skin do be looking nice. What she use?
About dose, because one of the most underrated organs.
Okay. Hold on. We getting there. I don't know what this is, but I think just the ad.
Again, that's at 4. We're very confused. Normally, we do this show at 4 p.m. Eastern, and it looked like the Daily Wire was teasing something on my channels, which they brought back, and then they released stuff on my old Instagram channels. And I guess it was supposed to be like a clever way of I don't know. I actually don't know at all what they were thinking, but it got them some attention. And then we were able to very quickly determine, because the tips box is just absolutely savage, that what's been in the works is that Daily Wire has been casting people for a show that's designed.
So what time is it here? 10:32.
Specifically to make fun of me and also Tucker Carlson. Okay. Now, in general, I would say the Daily Wire has been in a casting rut, trying to find the new Brett Cooper, probably for well over a year now. It's not easy to find raw talent like that. And I think really at long last, they found someone that they think
they messed up
work. Except rather than being bubbly and kind, the idea is she's going to be a bit manic, over the top, and of course, a little bit bitchy and mean, right? Because if you're noticing, that's kind of the new Zionist bent, sort of this, and we've shown new clips in the show, like, you can't sit with us, we're cool, like you're broke if you don't like what we do, and we're hot and you're not, like, you know, the
Ben Shapiro and the rest of Daily Wire messed up. Candace Owens and Brett Cooper were their biggest stars. People ain't really watching the other people anymore, right? Like, no shade towards Michael Knowles, but I stopped watching him. He got boring to me. Matt Walsh started losing it too. Like, I was rocking it with Candace. And if I had some extra time, checking out Brett. Those were the biggest stars, fam. Especially Candace. She was putting in work, bro. On some real investigative journalist shit. Exposing and breaking stories. And y'all, over your ego, was like, let's get rid of our star. Yeah, that platform was going to die. All networks, like, pretty much cease to exist once they start treating their, like, pretty much employees or their top stars like they ain't shit. Like, we don't need you. We could build someone else. We could just take your channel and just use someone else. We could put someone else there. Switch the host. As if this whole channel isn't built off of Candace Owens and Brett Cooper's name. And we'll still get the views. Wrong. I don't think Brett Cooper's channel that they took from her ever recovered. But her new channel, flourishing. Same thing with Candace Owens. You can't treat your stars and your talent like they ain't shit when they're the ones bringing people in, bro. It should have been a partnership. You can't just snatch their fucking channels whenever you feel like it. And now y'all putting out fake commercials on Candace Owens' old channel right before her podcast comes out. You're weird, bro. You're weird as hell. Ben Shapiro is nasty.
Hampton Summit, and they're like talking about how much money they have. Another brilliant PR ploy from a country that's mass murdering innocent children. Like, you can't.
That's why when it comes to me, I didn't turn down a few deals, and I'm still small and up and coming. I turned down sponsorships, all types of shits. But deals, niggas would come at me and offer me something. I'm like, nah, that sounds crazy.
And sit with us. Never occurs with them that we just don't want to sit with them. That's kind of the whole point of what we're doing. Anyway, before Maddie, they apparently tried out other people for this role. They had considered a show, putting together a show that would make fun of me and Tucker Carlson. They tossed around 3 other people. They even considered doing a combination show with the person who had played the bailiff on Matt Walsh's Judged, and that didn't wind up panning out. Now, Maddie was then landed upon, and they decided, because we really gonna stick it to Candace, we're gonna have her name the show In the No-No. Haha, get it? Candace says we don't know, but we know. Ben's on stage saying that expression is retarded. And now we're just gonna bring this show to life and give it sort of a Nickelodeon iCarly vibe, but it's the Daily Wire, but they don't have a kids department anymore, but this kind of feels like Nickelodeon, but it's iCarly meets politics, which is just kind of wrong. And the idea is we're going to take Candace clips out of context to make it seem weird. And I'm going to show you it. I'm going to show you guys so you can see it.
They came out with a whole We Hate Candace Owens show, like a parody Candace Owens where they just go after her. That was like the whole purpose. Y'all niggas is losers. This is why the Daily Wire is going to fail. Because instead of working on new content and finding, I don't know, new personalities, right? Y'all over here just doing bullshit. Trying to take from your old personalities that you had and treat it unfairly. And you think just because you're the big corporation that you're going to stay afloat. No. Ben Shapiro is I'm telling you, tens of thousands of subscribers every few days. People are waking up. They're realizing he ain't really what he said he about. That's why I hated that Tom McDonald song that he put out with Ben Shapiro. Facts. When has Ben Shapiro ever been about facts? When? That sounds crazy. It sounds like a grift. Right now, if you put out a song with Candace Owens called Receipts, that might be a banger. I shouldn't have said that out loud. Somebody gonna steal that idea. But I would have respected that more. Receipts or just facts with Candace Owens. Ben Shapiro ain't never been about facts, nigga. He'll manipulate all types of details to fit his agenda.
This clip up, she is going
his anti-Christian agenda
to really dramatize me discussing the history of Utah's state flag. Now, I don't know if I'm getting old. I am actually. I do know I'm getting old. In my ripe old age, I'm interested in history. I'm interested in learning about flags, and the history of their beehive flag is what I presented on my show. And Maddie in the no-no is really gonna mock me. So let's take a look at it.
Idea that the Utah state flag is a hexagonal beehive.
All right, let's try this. Let's really try this, okay? Chronologically. Utah adopts the beehive symbol in 1948. Fast forward 175 years later, people start using bee language as codes.
And I communicate with them by dancing.
People that use the code, they're clearly communists because communists work together. They follow a hive mind. Yes, queen. Underground. Communists. Mormons live in Utah. I watched The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I know what's going on here.
They've always been known as the beehive state. And to be clear, it's not because they make honey. It's not because they have a high presence of bees. In fact, in terms of making honey or bee-related products, they rank number 24. It's actually the beehive state. It relates to the Mormon church, the Church of Latter-day Saints. Early Mormon pioneers founded that state, and they liked the idea of a beehive working toward a common good. Now, if that sounds vaguely familiar or communist to you, the idea of worker bees, yes, that's where it's from.
Did the Mormons know that the bees were commies in 1948? Did anybody watch that South Park episode? You know what? None of this matters. Let's get to her conclusion.
It's really good. It's really good. It's really sweet. So funny. It's like very original.
Candace is either being extremely sarcastic or way too nice. I think she's going with the sarcasm route because that shit was trash. Oh, if they put that out. Oh man, he gonna be losing more than tens of thousands. Then Daily Wire would have been over.
I would say she's clever as a fox.
Wow.
plus teach her why we use that particular simile, but I can tell that facts about animal symbolism and history are obviously not her thing. So I guess the idea is Candace is discussing the state flag and she's using that as proof that Charlie was murdered or something. And it's interesting. It's a vibe. Anyway, wanted to show you that because the Daily Wire continues to exhibit stalker vibes. This is not normal. I am now telling people that Ben Shapiro is my psycho ex-boyfriend because that's what this feels like. None of this is normal. We don't have to pretend this is normal. Nothing that has happened since I have left that.
Nah, he's acting like it. I ain't going front. He is acting like it. The whole weird stalkerish type of behavior. Bam, she left the company and she started it from scratch and built it up to be number one. Why are you hating on her? Move on unless you needed Candace. Unless Candace was the Daily Wire, nigga. Y'all are failing without her, which I said. I said that since day one.
A company is normal, not how I left the company, not the glorious town hall, the slave hanging, teach everybody a lesson. Like, it's psycho ex-boyfriend. It's the ex-boyfriend that breaks up with you, blasts a message to all of your friends, says, come look, here's why I did it. Here's why I hate her. And you're like, okay, I guess this is over. That's fine. I'll move on in my life. And then you try to move on in your life. And like, he's sliding into the DMs of everybody saying, you can't deal with, don't speak to her. She's terrible. I'm going to smear her. I'm going to tell you what she is. I hate her. It's like, okay, fine. That's okay. I'm happy to move on in my life. And then I'm going to sue you. I get everything. The apartment we share, the car you're going to leave, you're going to have nothing. Okay, that's fine. Take it. I'd like to just move on in my life. I'm going to sue you again because I'm upset about something else. Okay, fine. I would really just like to move on and close this chapter in my life. Then all of a sudden, he's like jumping onto stages and talking trash about me. He sees I moved on. I'm like, okay, I'm just doing my own show here. You don't know, but you know, like, why do you?
It's because they want you back. In that situation, that's what it would be. That this loser wants you back. That's what it is. But he messed up. Now move on, Ben Shapiro. God damn.
Care. Are you good? Are you good? Can you move on in your, like, you're designing shows after me? This is not normal. This is not how employers are supposed to behave. I'm being so serious. There's something about it that's like, and parking aside Maddie, she's just the latest pawn. You know, they just got to find someone who really desperately wants to be famous, stands on a couch. Okay, whatever. Thinks she's going to be the next it girl. That's fine. There's nothing to do with her, actually. I hope it works out for her. I am speaking about an employer that can't move on.
She's being very generous to this person, right? Who did this whack ass show, right? But they had to be desperate. They had to be desperate as hell. Wanted a shot. And Daily Wire was like, if you want, your chance, be our puppet. And just disrespect Candace for no reason.
This feels dangerous to me. Like, we're getting to a stage of obsession that is dangerous. You have to go create a show that's interesting and compelling that people want to watch. That's not based off of somebody that you fired because you didn't want them anymore. That doesn't track with the public.
This is weird.
I just feel like this is getting very creepy. And it's making me uncomfortable. And there should, in fact, be laws to prevent this from happening. There just should be laws that prevent employers from sending interns to stalk you at events, from trying to get you canceled from speaking events, for buying your friends. Like, oh, that's the next step of the crazy ex-boyfriend. I'm going to reach out to everybody you know and offer them money. Yeah, I'm going to pretend I was Charlie's friend. What are you doing? Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you so inside of my life? Please just move on. This is not mentally healthy for you, Ben. I want you to be better. I want you to get better. Seriously. Move on in your life. It's okay. Let go of people that disagree with you. It's okay. Also, leave Megyn Kelly alone, because I see you're eyeing her too in a weird way. You seem to be gunning for her now. Let it go.
Facts.
This is not healthy. And I'm asking you to leave this alone in 2026. Go do a show that's based off of that girl's talent and something that's interesting, and don't just use her like a pawn. That's what I would say. Anyways, if you guys want to know the no, head over to the Daily Wire, support Maddie. The show's going to be great.
No.
Or you could just watch my show. And we can keep talking about state flags, actually, because then I got more interested in more state flags. Never mind, I'm not going to tell you about the Pelicans and Louisiana, but we were looking into that, and it is kind of interesting to learn about the pelican on the flag of Louisiana's state flag. Moving on, you guys, to other psychopathic things that are happening. I did not realize that Brigitte Macron.
Okay, I thought she was going to keep it rocking. But yeah, I do think that Ben Shapiro's wilding. The whole Daily Wire. To try to come up with a spoof Candace Owens show is very strange. It's cringe as hell. That joint is weird, bro. And it just shows you got way too much time on your hands. Way too much time. Like, it makes no sense at all that that's the route that you're taking. And then again, Ben Shapiro is a cornball. And it seemed like this is the type of behavior he would have just in day-to-day life. Anyway, tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the hype button. All that good stuff. All that good stuff.